Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I go about painting a mountain scene with a lake and reflections with my palette knife and a bit of brushwork. So today I've got my colours up on another board just so you can see what my colours are that I'm using better. I've got titanium white and bright yellow, grey, violet, Prussian blue, light blue, cerulean blue, phthalo blue and light green. So yeah, might as well get started. So to begin with, I'm just going to do a little sketch. I'll be using just a bit of a dark colour, and I'm going to make sure my horizon line is not in the middle, because it doesn't look good or as good if your horizon's in the middle, whereas it's better if it's either just above it or just below. Just show you a grid actually while we're talking about this. A little bit better. So the main points should usually be around these areas, and that just helps get your composition a lot better if you follow those guidelines. So if I had my horizon line down here, for instance, I would put some main points around those areas. So yeah, I'll begin. I'm going to have a mountain, just add a bit of linseed oil as well to my paint while it's a little bit dry. If you haven't got linseed oil, you could use a tiny bit of turps, but I wouldn't use too much or it could just get too runny. And this is a scene that I see a lot around Cromwell, and the lake is Lake Dunstan, where I live in central Otago. And I might put in a bit of a foreground actually. We'll see. Nothing's permanent, you can always change it. And that's about it. So I'm going to start. Grab a bit of cerulean. Oh, it's got a bit of red on there, just wipe that off. Okay, so just doing a bit of sky work. I always start from the top and work my way down. Grab a bit of white. What I do is I just put the colours next to each other to begin with, and not too much, just enough that you can blend it together later. I think I'll use a bit of grey. And I'm going to put a little bit of this bright orange yellowy colour, because it's going to be a little bit on the hills as well. A bit more white I think down here. Get the odd lump in it. Coming right down into the sketch. And I might actually just add another blue in there, which is turquoise. Might put a bit of turquoise up here. Now I'm just going to use my flat brush. It's a size number 8 brush, but it doesn't really matter, just something similar would be good. I'm going to dip it in a bit of linseed oil to start with, because it's a little bit dry. The brush is actually getting a bit messy with this. And I'm just going to start blending. So to start with, I'm sort of going to drag the colours together a little bit. And I'm just wiping off the excess paint, so Really, I'm just joining up the colours. Just where the gaps are. Keeping my brush fairly dry. And then I'm just going to do quite a loose sort of sweeping motion now over the sky. Just grab another paper towel. And then I'm going to sweep it the other way as well. And sort of go down. Try and keep your brush strokes varied. Okay, I'll just leave it like that for now. I might add a little bit more colour into it later on. I'm going to put quite a lot of this orange colour on the tops of these hills. Just a little bit over here. There's going to probably have this part in shadow. I might just add a bit more of that colour in the sky. I'm just dragging it down a little into the other colours. This is Prussian blue. Sort of just dragging the colours into one another. And I might bring that down a little bit, this mountain here. And this one, so that we've got a bit of a closer area. Right, I'm going to put a little bit more of that orange colour into the hill, some of the hill. And I'm just sort of moving my palette knife around up and down and making a few marks. Trying to keep everything different. And I wipe my blade clean for the next lot. I want to put a lot of light just in here. That's where the main light is coming onto the mountains there. Now I'm going to do the water. So I loaded my blade quite full then, and I'm just going to push it up into there a little. Then we're going to come down, and I'm sort of going back and forth, blending. And this one, do the same. I'm going to wipe my blade and spread that a little bit more. I think I might just put a little bit of white in there just to lighten it even more. And trying to get the look of the water going around the corner so it sort of drags your eye around And here I just want to create a few little areas where water goes in and then comes out. Going to put the reflections in, so around the size of the mountain you measure down again, and that's like a mirror of where the colour should go. Put a little bit over here. Put in some dark blue here. Now I'm just dragging my palette knife down at this point. And we're going to come down here. Just trying to mirror the shape of this mountain into the water. I'm going to put some cerulean to reflect the sky. I've got to be careful not to put too much paint on. Let me put a bit of that turquoise in there. Bit of grey. Now it looks quite a mess at this stage, but it should all pull together as soon as I start blending it. Put a bit more yellow in there. Touch of yellow over orange, I should say, over here. Right, now we're going to do the blending part. Just get some more paper towels. I'm using quite a bigger brush this time, probably about 1 centimetre wide. So, and I've got it completely dry, which is how you really would need it to be, no mediums on it. So now I'm just going to start dragging this down. You just got to do it very carefully and just take your time. Just going to blend most of the blue areas first. And I'm taking excess paint off every 3 or 4 times that I